Hello guys and welcome back. It's been a while, since September actually. I've been gone, I've been busy, but I am back, sort of. This is not a tutorial, it's not a vlog, this is just a simple top 10 VST list that I made, a countdown of sorts. Just want to knock it out, give you guys a good place to start with your, your plugins just in case you guys are just starting up and don't know where to begin. So that being said, let's get right to it. Number 10 is gonna be the famous and most popular built-in VST called 3X Oscillator. Now I used to use this one a lot. In fact, I still do use it a lot. You can get some really good bass with it, get some really good synths. A lot of potential with this built-in plugin. It's free essentially with your purchase of Fruity Loops or whatever, and you can get amazing stuff if you know how to use it. It's actually pretty simple to use. It's three oscillators, and you can customize them however you want. It's pretty straightforward. Moving on to number 9, it's gonna be Harmless, another built-in plugin that comes with FL Studio. It didn't come with the older FL Studios. I think it started coming in at FL 9, or I want to say 9 or 10. I'm not too sure. But wow, this synth is a lot of control, especially for basses. Like if you're trying to get like that FM bass, like a electro type bass, this is the plugin to use. You can really crunch the bass down. The built-in presets with this one are very good, and there's a lot of potential with bass for this one. Big one for bass. Speaking of, well, I mentioned presets. This is a very bad segue, but speaking of presets, number 8, we're gonna talk about Zeta, or Z3TA, Zeta, whatever. There's a Zeta 2 out. I haven't used that one. Actually, in fact, I don't even have it. I have Zeta 1 installed, and that's pretty much all I use. This VST has a lot of presets, and we're talking banks A through E, I believe, or I think A through E, or maybe a little bit more. But every one of those banks has like a good 100 presets. So I mean, it comes packed with presets. And you have stuff from arpeggios to basses to pads to lead synths. They have a really good super duper synth is what they call it, or super duper. I don't know, something weird like that. But that synth it's a very good lead synth. I used to use Zeta a lot when I was first starting out. I don't use it as much now, but the potential this has, with the presets, just to start off from there is it's a lot. So that's number 9. Number 8. Number 7 is VST called Noise Maker by TAL. That's TAL. I use this VST a lot when I do my 80s music. I use their basses. They have some really good. It's kind of FM80. That's a weird word to say. FM8ish. There you go. But you don't get as many presets, but these presets are good, like a good starting point. Same thing with Harmless. You can really crunch the bass down if you really want to. In fact, the initial preset you get is a really crunchy bass that's right off the bat good for complexo or electro or whatever. Number 6. Speaking of 80s music, I have my favorite SQ8L, or Escalate, whatever I called it in the tutorial. Wow, this synth is just mind-blowingly awesome. Very good, not so good basses, but good like synths, like lead synth or like layered synths. You can really layer it on there with this VST. Like if you're missing like a middle sounding, like it's not sounding flat, it's not sounding full, it's sounding flat, you can slap this on there, make your own synths, and it's gonna sound full. My only problem is you can't really automate the cutoff or whatever knobs are there without a keyboard. So I mean like piano keyboard. So that's kind of a letdown. I haven't found the way to fix that. It's kind of annoying. But still, besides that one drawback, it's a very good synth. And I'm looking at my face on the monitor here, and I'm getting like weird dots on my face. Number 5 is Orchestal. I've talked about this synth before in one of my tutorials. This is pretty much like outside of Native Instruments Contact series, which is like 50 gigs. This is the most realistic sounding orchestra synth I've ever heard. I'm sorry, it is 11:30. I just got back from work and I'm tired. It is very, very like it's so real sounding. Like I don't even know. It's weird. I don't know if it's sampled from real instruments or if it's, you know, faked through the actual VST. But man, those pianos and those violins and that, it's ridiculously impressive how realistic it is. And if you're looking for a, you know, a good VST that's lightweight and is not as heavy as Contact. I mean, obviously Contact is the best from Native Instruments, but it's very heavy. And if you have like a really crappy computer like I do, forget about it. You're not going to be able to run it. Orchestal, on the other hand, it's really light. It's really easy to use. My only concern is that sometimes the instruments are a little too quiet. So you're going to have to bump up the master like beyond peaking level in the VST, but doesn't peak in FL Studio, if that makes sense, because Orchestal has its own separate like volume meter in the VST that peaks when you put out full volume. My phone just went off. Number 4, this might be a surprise, but Nexus. Nexus is good. Nexus has a lot of presets. Nexus gives you the option to modify these presets, but the biggest drawback is that it doesn't let you create your own sounds. You're stuck with the presets that come with the package, as well as what other presets you buy or you down, whatever, whatever you know. But the presets that you buy or you get from whatever, they're very good presets. They have a bunch of them. You got like 80s music, you have guitars, you have dance samples, you have hardstyle, you have trap, you have hip hop, you have everything imaginable in these preset bundles, which cost a fortune, but it's okay because they're worth it. My only concern is you can't create your own, but you can modify them. In fact, every preset is made of different layers, and you can go in there and you can disable one layer and get a specific sound from the preset, but that's about it. You can't really make your own, kind of sucks. Number 3 on the list is FM8 by Native Instruments. Now this VST holds a special place in my heart for being awesome. This is what if you heard my song The Blob, or what's the other one, Terminate, or even, no, not my latest one, my 80s music, The Blob especially, it was all used with FM8. Every single sound you hear there, besides the drums and the lead synth, was all made from FM8. I should really turn my phone off. FM8 is a perfect, almost perfect DX7 emulator. Now the DX7 by Yamaha was a synth keyboard back in the 80s that gave you all those classic 80s sound. And what the FM8 allows you to do is you can actually import the DX7 patches into the VST and have the exact same sounds that were on that keyboard on your computer without going on eBay and buying a DX7 for an absurd amount. Okay, number 2 is Synlength 1. Now, Synlength 1 is a very popular VST as far as, producing in the EDM world goes. I've heard of a lot of people using it, and I've seen a lot of people use it. And that is because the presets that come with it are not too good, but you get a lot of customization, and you also have the option to load up custom-made presets from different, users. Synlength is, once you get really in it, Synlength is a beast. It can make some crazy sounds. You got from, hardstyle screeches to dubstep wobbles, whatever, and everything. It is a good synth to have. Moving on to number 1. Number 1 is Massive. Native Instruments Massive. Now, I bet you saw this coming. Massive is the best plugin for me to use. I use this one pretty much all the time. You have a buttload of options to make, you know, basses, dubstep stuff, trap stuff, you know, dance stuff, EDM stuff. You have everything. In fact, I'm pretty sure most of everyone that I know who produces music uses Massive. In fact, I'm pretty sure everyone does. Massive is just so flexible, and it's just so easy to use. You know, you can just right off the bat load up the three, what do you call it? 3 patches on the side, tweak their WT position, and then, you know, get to it. You know, you're set. It also has the option to, it has built-in like reverb and delay like effects. Although for me, honestly, I don't even bother to use those. I just use, you know, Fruity Reverb and Fruity Delay. Because for me, I feel like the Fruity Reverb and the reverb and delay effects, especially in Massive, are, you know, very much obvious. Like 1% of the reverb, and it's gonna sound like you're playing in a church. Like, it's ridiculous amount of reverb. At least for me anyway. And I like to have control over the decay and the dry and the wetness. And you have that in Massive too, but I'm more comfortable using the FL Studio built-in Fruity Reverb one. Not even Fruity Reverb 2, just Fruity Reverb. But you know, it's good that Massive has it. It doesn't hurt, and there's some people out there who use it. So that's it. That was the worst top 10 list I have ever made, I've ever seen, I've ever heard. I know, my first time doing this. Thanks for watching. I am sorry I've been out. I got a job, you know, doing what I have to do, working on the movie still, you know. But thanks for watching. My name's Nigel. There'll be tutorials coming soon, especially that part 2 of the whole, you know, the part 2 of that one tutorial. I haven't made, but like I've done it, but I lost the file, so I gotta redo it. You know, I got a few more 80 stuff coming too, so don't worry about it. Keep watching, keep listening to my music. I got a few remixes coming soon, and I will see you guys later.